Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome back to another reaction. Now, Arsenal nil, Bournemouth 2. There's a lot we can talk about here, but it's not our team, it's an arrival reaction, so we're not gonna dig too much deep into it. Let's just celebrating Arsenal dropping or losing 3 points, because that really means a lot in the title challenges. And I'm not saying Chelsea is in a title race as of yet, but I just still want to see them win in the league. But hey, let's talk about the game. I saw the lineup coming up, and as an arrival fan, I was like, let me have a look. As soon as I saw Saka not in the lineup, obviously Odegaard is out injured as well, Timber out injured. And I looked at it in the midfield especially, because that's where they're mostly strong. And then I'm looking at it, I'm seeing Merino, Partey and Rice, and I'm thinking, where's the creativity coming from? And then I'm looking at their wingers, I'm seeing Sterling. I can talk about Sterling all day, but I'm not gonna talk about that, because I told you guys, Sterling is no longer that great. He frustrated me when he was playing for my team so much last season or in the past 2 seasons. But hey, I'm not really here to dig into Sterling's, obviously shitty plays, but obviously today I can't really judge him because he didn't play that much, because of the red card from Saliba. But yeah, my point was, I looked at the midfield and I'm thinking, where is the creativity going to come from? Because we all know Odegaard is injured, and when he got injured, Trossard was being played as a number 10, and then on the left, you would see Martinelli, and then Saka on the right, obviously. And sometimes you can see Havertz and Jesus on the middle. So I'm thinking there's no creativity in this midfield. But hey, let's see, because don't forget, I watch Bournemouth playing Chelsea because it's my team, I watched them playing Chelsea, and I was thinking, in that particular game where Christopher Nkunku gave us the goal at the end of the, I think it's like in the added time or something, or injury time, whatever you want to call it. I thought, or many people, including myself, they thought Bournemouth could have actually, they deserved to win that game. Obviously, the game of football is a little bit cruel, because you can have a good game throughout the 90 minutes and you can just make one mistake, which they did, and then you can lose 3 points. So I was thinking, this team is not really convincing, especially for the fact that Martinelli was also on the bench and Saka didn't start. And I'm thinking, obviously, Odegaard is not there. And I'm thinking, this is not really convincing, a convincing Arsenal team. But I was like, what? If they're challenging for the title, they have to get away with something here. And then Saliba got sent off. And I'm thinking, this is going to be a long night. Now, I didn't necessarily think they were going to win at that point, but I thought maybe they can nick a draw. Because we know how good Arsenal is in terms of defending. There's so much hard to play with. There's so much hard to break, because they leave so much small spaces in between. You can't really, or it's hard to find a way to break them. So defensively, I think they are one of the best with Liverpool up there, which is, again, my concern, which is we're playing Liverpool tomorrow, and, their defense is really good as well. But anyway, we're still talking about Arsenal. Let me not get off this topic. Now, so I'm thinking maybe here, since they're one man down, they're gonna go all defensive like any other team would do if they're one player down, which they did. They took Sterling out, which I felt sorry for Sterling at that time, because I thought, he wasn't having a good game, but I thought, look, this is probably his one of not so many chances of him getting to start, and today he got started, and I thought, let him showcase his talent. As much as I don't want him to be successful in Arsenal, because obviously they are our rivals, I also don't have anything against Sterling, and I'm like, what? Let him play, let him start. And then he got subbed off. Obviously, Kivio came on, and then the game just went to shit. First half, they managed to, to just hold on to that, new draw. And then comes second half, the game wasn't too bad in terms of Arsenal keeping the ball retention as well. Then one goal came from, I can't really say a mistake, because actually Bournemouth did, obviously make that happen on their own. And then the second goal comes, another mistake again. Look, what does this mean for Arsenal going forward? I don't think in terms of the table it actually going to show so much different in terms of the table. But I think with the red card, it's actually going to affect Arsenal so much, because you look at a player like Saliba, it's one of their best players in that lineup, and him and Gabriel Magalhaes, they seem to understand each other in terms of their centre-back pairing. Now, they're going to go into Liverpool with no Saliba, and I think Newcastle as well, if I'm not mistaken, with no Saliba, and then obviously Chelsea with no Saliba. Now, again, I don't think that's gonna really affect them as much, because again, they have team, but they can play team, but I'm pretty sure by then he will be back, and also the Calafiori can play there. Zinchenko can go on the left side. So I don't think it's a big much of a miss. Like, I don't think they will miss him as much as they did a couple of seasons ago when he got injured. But yeah, man, if you Arsenal, you have to be concerned, because it's either you're dealing with the red cards, which again, it can come down to discipline, or you're dealing with injuries. Again, it can come also down to lack of depth, because you overusing players like the Sakas, you're overusing him. Obviously Timber is not really on his fitness best. But yeah, man, if I'm Arsenal, I'm concerned at this point, because I'm constantly having to deal with one after the other, injuries or suspension. Yeah, man, I don't know, man. But as an Arrival fan, this is good for me, because now we're celebrating. So to all my Chelsea fans out there, let's celebrate together, because not often we see Arsenal losing 3 points, man. Not often we see them conceding 2 goals. But anyway, man, yeah, make sure you subscribe to the channel, man. Make sure you are here for the reactions, and make sure you like the videos, man. I'll see you on the next one for Chelsea game tomorrow, man. We hope to win. But yeah, man, Arsenal, sorry, it is what it is, man. You're gonna actually, you know what? When the season started, and I was thinking, look, Arsenal are getting away with this, because they would have like a really shitty, there are teams where they'll have like a shitty game, and then they'll just manage to nick that 1 or 2 goals, and then they take 3 points. And then the other team that actually played really well, and then they don't seem to get that goal to take them to the next level, which was Bournemouth in their previous games anyway, and one of them beat against Chelsea. So yeah, man, it was always going to catch up with them. I'm not talking about injuries. I'm talking about obviously the losing of points and the losing of games. It was always going to catch up with them. Now, personally, I don't think Arsenal has what it takes to win the league in terms of like their depth. I don't think they have enough depth, which is funny, because when teams like Chelsea were buying players in the summer, everyone was saying we didn't know what we're doing. But then again, you have teams that are crying for not having enough depth. But anyway, who am I? I'm just a Chelsea fan at the end of the day. I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.